Hello beautiful people. In today's video I'm going to do the follow-up to the sample made me buy it. This one's going to be the sample didn't make me buy it. I have the majority of things here in this little makeup basket and laid out here in front of me. I also have one or two things that I had written down on the list of the sample I no longer have anymore because I tried it, didn't like it, and threw it away. And as I was composing this list, I didn't have the actual sample in front of me, but I did remember that the sample didn't make me buy because I didn't like this product. So let's just get right into it, because I don't want this video to be super long. I have my little spritzer here in case my throat gets dry, and hopefully my little green monster behind me decides to keep quiet. So let's just get started. The first thing I will mention, this is the one thing that I don't have the actual sample for, but it was the Anastasia foundation. I think it was the luminous one that came out not too long ago. I got a sample of it. I got two different samples of it because I wasn't sure which shade I wanted. And I tried it, and at first I liked it, but it didn't last very long on me. It's one of those foundations that doesn't really, on me, it didn't really blur any imperfections. I know luminous foundations don't tend to do that, but some are better at doing it than others. Just all around, I wasn't entirely satisfied with it, so I didn't end up buying it. I did enjoy the look of it initially on my skin, but after I wore it throughout the day, it just was clear that it wasn't my friend. Alright, so the next thing that I'm going to talk about is, I believe it's going to be let's just go through the foundations first, and then we will move on to other products. Okay, so I have three more foundations to talk to you about. The second one is I still have the little blister packs here that the samples came in. This one is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I wanted so hard to like this. I wanted so bad to like this. I do enjoy a radiant finish to my skin. I like more of a light to medium coverage, not a medium to full. And this one claimed to be radiant and long wearing, and I do love long wearing foundations because I put my makeup on at 6 a.m. and I wear it pretty much until 6 a.m. at night, sometimes 7 at night. I have quite long days when we're in normal reality, not this quarantine thing. So I really want to like this, but unfortunately, with any NARS foundations that I ever try, it just didn't work for my skin. It emphasizes texture, it highlighted my fine lines, my pores. I just didn't enjoy it. So I've been using the shades that I can use here during quarantine when no one's seeing me, so that I don't waste my good stuff. The next foundation that I really wanted to love but didn't was the Dior Skin Forever Undercover. I'm not sure if this is because this wasn't the right shade for me. I'm pretty sure it wasn't, because I think I did go back and get a sample of the correct shade and it still didn't work for me. I do love the smell of Dior foundations though. Like, I really want to find one that does work with my skin because I love the smell of foundations, and if it smells good, I'm one of those suckers that if it smells good, I want to buy it. I know a lot of people are against fragrances in their foundations and skincare. I am not. We'll see if that changes as I get older. But anyways, this was more or less around the same story. Didn't last long. It emphasizes fine lines and wrinkles, and my skin just didn't make me look all around good. So I tried and I tried and I tried, and the sample just didn't make me buy the full-size product. No matter how hard I tried, it just didn't work. Unfortunately, sometimes, you find products that you really, 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 really want to work for you, and it just doesn't, and it sucks. That kind of was the case for me with the Dior. Now the next two is the Cover FX, what is this one? Power Play. This one, what was wrong with this one? Oh, this one was just too dry on my skin. It just made me look like an old dried up prune. I'm not sure if I tried using it with anything more hydrating or moisturizing. Maybe I'll try it again this summer now that my skin has changed again as another year has gone by. We will see, but I do still have two samples of it. This is just one of them. The other one's in my drawer. I keep saving them for just in case, in case it starts to work. I also don't think the shade N40 is the best match. I feel like it was a little bit too pink on me. I think I needed something with a little more yellow. But then when I did go into store to buy a different shade, I didn't find, maybe I didn't take my time, because I do remember that this foundation line had a quite extensive shade range, if I remember correctly. But this one sadly did not work for me. I wasn't that disappointed. I mean, I like going for things that are long wear. Airbrush matte finish. Then again, I'm steering away from matte finishes these days just because my skin is getting a little more drier and more dehydrated than it was a couple years ago or even last year. So which brings me to the next foundation, which also claims to be a soft matte longwear foundation. Do you see a trend here? I do want to try their Fenty's hydrating one, but I haven't gotten around to that, and seeing as we can't go and get samples right now, I guess I'll have to wait until life opens up again. But this one is the Fenty, what is this? Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. This was in the shade 220. Now the shade match on this was pretty good. However, I found this foundation a little too thick for my liking, a little too heavy. I found it, again, emphasized just the things on my face that I don't want to emphasize. So I tried it a couple different times, and each time I just didn't like it. I mean, I'll keep it in my collection still. I'm not going to declutter any of this stuff because maybe, you know, it's going to work one day, even though if it hasn't now, it probably never will. But you never know. You never know. There's been things that haven't worked for me in the past that I've gone to try, you know, 6 months later down the road, and it's worked for me just because skin changes, and that's cool. Excuse me. Okay, so I will carry on with, I don't know what I'm going to carry on with. Let's just pick up this one here. So this is the much raved about, because I feel like everyone on YouTube that I watch their videos who has talked about this has fallen in love with it. This is the Laneige Lip Sleepy Mask. Now, this was nice. This was nice, don't get me wrong. But it wasn't as amazing as everyone made it out to sound. I would use this. First of all, when I put lip balm on my lips at night, I wake up in the middle of the night and I have to reapply more because it just doesn't stay on. It was the same for this, so I don't get the whole sleeping mask type thing. Even with the creams that are claimed to be sleeping masks or sleeping this or sleeping that, it's gonna come off from your pillow. If it's gonna sink in, then why don't they just call it like a night cream? I don't know. I don't get it. I use this during the day mostly because I do use my Carmex at night and throughout the day, actually, now that I'm run out of all my other lip balms. But this just didn't make me fall in love with it. I liked the color. The color was a nice soft pink color. That was cool. It had a nice texture to it. But it didn't do enough that I'd want to spend the $20+ on the full-size product. If I can get a sample of it again, I'll take the sample of it, but I'm not going to go out and buy it. It didn't wow me that much. The next thing, I believe this was talked about in another video of products that didn't work for me. This is the sample of the Tatcha Silk Peony Eye Cream. Can you hear my nephew in the background? I'm so sorry. He's so loud, he never shuts up. Anyways, so I found this here. I've used about half the sample, and I just use it now in the mornings when I'm going to the gym just to give my eye a little bit of luminous hydration, but it does nothing. I don't really notice anything. I'm just using it to use it. So that's that. I guess the next one is, again, this was also in another video of mine, the products that I didn't like, didn't work for me. This is the trial size of the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. I did start using this again recently. At first, the first couple of uses was okay. My under eye concealer went on beautifully on it, didn't complain. I was like, okay, maybe it just works for me now. But then I think I used it for about a week, and during the second week, I started noticing that it was starting to lift my concealer, and it was starting to look just a little bit flaky, and I stopped using it, went back to my Belif Eye Balm, and it went away. So again, this stuff just doesn't work for me. The trial size of sample didn't make me buy the full size. Even though this is a pretty big trial size, I'm not buying the full size. The next thing here are these two milk sticks. Anything I've tried from the Milk makeup line, I just don't understand. I don't get it. This here is the cooling water stick, which I find does nothing for me at all. And this here is the Milk Makeup Blur Stick, which again I don't find it blurred anything on my face. It was the same as any other blurring claims of other products that I've tried that really doesn't do much at all. So I don't even know why I still have them in my collection, just because maybe one day I'll try them and I'll start liking them again. I really don't know. But these two, nah. The next thing here is this little mini Origins Plantscription Anti-Aging Power Eye Cream from Origins. I think I said that. Now this here didn't do anything for me at all. I don't feel like it did any major moisturizing, no more than anything else I have. So I'm just basically using this as a agent to help remove fallout from under my eyes. I just take a dab, put it on the back of my hand, take a Q-tip, and I just find It's a moisturizer that I can use to remove fallout from under eyes when I need it. But it didn't work nicely under eye concealer when I tried it. It just was one of those fails for me. The next couple products I have here in the bag are primers. I think that's, yeah, this is all the, no, I have a couple more primers here. Okay, I got a lot of primers. Okay, so the first one is this Cover FX Water Cloud Primer. I don't think this did anything for me. I tried it a couple times. It did neither, what is it supposed to do anyways? Pollution and blue light defense? No. Second of all, I'm not going to go and put something on my face that claims to do stuff like that without an additional, like, make my makeup wear longer, make my pores disappear, control oil, hydrate me. It did none of those things, so I'm not buying the full size of something that's just supposed to block against pollution and blue light defense. No. Fail. The next thing here is the Professional, this thing here, the Benefit. I never liked this. I put it on my pores and I put powder on top and I can still see my pores. This does absolutely nothing. I've tried it countless times. I don't know why I keep getting samples of it because it doesn't work. Oh, that was dramatic. The next thing here that I got is this Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Primer. This I found was cute. I wish it worked, but it didn't work. I find not really anything controls my oil better than my Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. That thing is the best thing ever that I found to control oil. I did enjoy the smell of this, and I did enjoy that when you put it on, it was a slightly cooling, it did have a slight cooling sensation. Other than that, I did not find that it controlled my oil whatsoever. It actually made me more dry, which is kind of the exact opposite of what you want to do when you put a mattifying primer on. You don't want to be overly dry. The next thing here is also from Benefit. This is the Pearl Primer. This is the second sample I've had of this. I didn't use the first one. This is supposed to 90% said complexion looked brighter, 91% said it minimized the look of pores, said it created a soft matte radiance. No. Maybe I'll try it again on a day where I feel like experimenting, but this did neither of those things for me. If it gave me a radiance, I didn't notice it, but it definitely did not minimize my pores. No, this is just another one of those things that goes along with this that does nothing for me. And the last thing, which I'm actually currently testing out, I have a little sample of it in one of my little empty MAC containers. It is the Tatcha Silk Canvas Filter Finish. It's this thing here. I have like 3 of these little samples, and being that I'm not going anywhere right now, this would be a great opportunity to try it out, because I watched a couple of videos. Mel Thompson, I believed, loved this thing. So does, I believe, Tati. I don't 100% know. So I was like, I tried this a while ago and it didn't work. So I was like, you know what? I just want to give it a fair try now. So I'm using it as my primer under various foundations. So far, I have it on today actually. But so far I haven't noticed any significant blurring or makeup longevity or oil control. I don't even know what this claims to do. Filters away imperfections and impurities. Long-lasting makeup. No, I still get oily quite as often. Blur the look of fine lines and pores. I can still see my pores a lot today, actually. Maybe I'm using it with the wrong powder. Maybe I need to experiment more. But anyways, I mean, for quite an expensive product, I would expect that it would work with just about any powder or foundation, and you wouldn't have to make it work. But that sadly did not work for me. Now the last couple of products here that I'm going to go through are another primer. This is the Tatcha Silk Canvas liquid one. I thought I would try it out in case that one didn't work for me. This was cool. I do like the smell of it. I'm still using it actually. It smells like lemons. It smells really nice. But again, the times that maybe I'll use this next week actually. The times that I have used this, I didn't notice anything like significant. Give me 1 second, I'm just gonna go grab my little beast. Alright, maybe he'll be quiet now. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, the Tatcha Silk Canvas Liquid. It was pretty much the exact same as the solid. Didn't really do much for me, so I'll continue to use it, but I'm definitely not gonna, it didn't allow me to have to go out and buy the full size. If for some reason it does down the road, I will let you know and update you, but as of right now, no, not happening. The next thing here is the Laura Mercier. It says translucent on the back of it. I'm not sure why, because this is the glow one that she came out with. Can you just please not be so grouchy right now? Sorry, guys. Anyways, so this is way too shimmery to put all over my face, but it is also not quite, I mean, I guess I can use it as a highlight, but it has like a thicker, it's not like as translucent to use as a highlighter. Maybe I can try it again. But if you can see here, like it's on my hand, it's a weird product to me. I can't put this all over my face because I look like a Tin Man. I guess I could try using it as a highlighter on natural days, but it has like, you know, like when you use highlighter, it goes on and like, it has like more of like a transparency, like it's a highlighter. What am I trying to say? I don't know what I'm trying to say, but this is like a powdered base with like shimmer in it. I just don't know how to use this product. Maybe on my body? I have no idea. Anyways, I'm definitely not buying the full size of this because this is just weird to me. I got it as a sample and that's good enough for me. The next thing here is I have a backup of this because I got a second sample because I do like this eyeliner. It's the Marc Jacobs Highliner Crayon. However, this dried out on me and it's only the trial size before I was even finished with it. So there's no way in heck I'm spending $35+ for the full size when it's just going to dry out on me a quarter of the way through. No thank you. I was actually able to go to the drugstore and find one by L'Oreal. That's like $10, the L'Oreal Infallible. I use this in my waterline. I actually have a backup of it because it's wonderful. It doesn't transfer. It lasts all day long. It's not $35 and it does not dry out halfway through. Not cool, Marc Jacobs, not cool. I do like their products though, but that one, no thank you. The last couple things here I have is I bought the Farsali Travel Mini Set of, no, I didn't buy it. How did I get this? I don't know how I got this, but I got this one, the unicorn one in the gold elixir. I believe it was for a sample. I don't even remember. Anyways, this one is the Farsali liquid glass. I don't notice this doing anything to my skin. It does give a nice little tacky feel, hydrating feel, but other than that, I don't notice it giving me a glass-like effect. So I'm not going to go out and buy the full size of it. I had on my list here the other one. What was it? The unicorn drops, I believe it was. Yeah, unicorn serum. The one with the pink one with the glitter in it. I thought that was going to be cool. It smells delicious. However, it does nothing for my skin. I think I put it on one day in place of my Ole Henriksen Truth Serum, and I felt like my skin was drier than usual that day, so no, definitely not purchasing the full size based on that experience from the sample. The one that I did, I know this is one-off, this is the sample made me buy it, but I did want to buy the Farsali Gold Elixir, the one with the gold things in it. I found that oil really helped my skin this past winter when I did use a sample of it. I do want to buy the full size of that. I know I shouldn't be talking about that in this video, but while we're on the Farsali topic, but I'm going to wait till next winter to buy it when my skin needs oils again. I'm currently not using oils in my skin routine just because it's getting to be warmer and I don't need them anymore. And the last product that I will talk about is the Isle of Paradise. These are the medium self-tanning drops. These you're supposed to be able to put in your moisturizer and it gradually gives you like a glow to the face. I was using this to mix it with my moisturizer to apply on my neck just because my neck is a lot paler than my face and I don't like having that like floating head look. So I thought, oh, this would be an easier way. Just add these into my my night cream at night before I go to bed and use them. But I found that this gives my skin like an orange tint, and that's not really the look I'm going for. I'm going for more like a bronze look, so I'm definitely not going to go buy the full size of this. I have this and one other sample that I got. So after those two are gone, if I even finish them, I'm definitely not going to buy the full size of that. But after that, that is going to do it for this video of the sample / trial size did not make me buy it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that Sebastian wasn't too much of a nuisance today. He gets a little testy when I film more than one video in a day. This is my second video of today. I did this makeup look. I'm not sure when it's going to be up because I do have a few other tutorials to go up before that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and you will see me in my next video. Bye!